Now, we need to talk, okay? Because let me tell you something.
Girl, shut your ass up. Don't be coming over here trying to take over my damn show. I'm already tired. I almost said fuck Diddy and the case reflection. Do you hear me? But we on the porch, so we on the porch. Hit the like and subscribe. And you know when the time I go live, listen. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get this together. Make sure. Can y'all hear me 2 times? See, I don't need no echo. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get this together. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. We up here talking about Diddy, y'all, and Cassidy ass. Who I said Cassidy? I mean Cassidy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay, so I really hope, is it double muted? I mean, can y'all hear me like an echo or some shit? Hold on. Let me get it together. Let me get it together. Y'all be patient. Be patient with me now. Shit. Okay. Because I don't want to go all the way through the video. And it's the echo the whole video. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time. We ain't got time. We ain't got time. Let me see. Y'all hit the like and subscribe button while I get this together. I'm having a couple technical difficulties. Listen. Oh, I'm tired. Reflection. Y'all know I rarely get on here and say I'm tired. I wasn't even gonna do the show, but I was like, if I don't come do it today, then I'm already be behind. And don't forget, I read the vote. We gonna get that together. I just feel like it's an echo in here. Hold on. And I can't deal with no fucking echo. That just irritates me. Okay. I really hope it ain't no double echo. If it is, I'm sorry, reflection. We finna go through the show though. Fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Okay, now listen. I don't know if y'all heard what's going on. Welcome, I'm Sarithia. If this your first time over here with me, baby, this is naked news. We over here, we on the porch and shit. We have to get on the porch because in time we talking about dead ass, we gotta get on the porch. I'm laid back. Listen, reflection. Listen, I done gained 35 whole pounds. I feel like a hippo. I feel like a hippopotamus, baby. Shit. So just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get into the video. Have y'all heard about what's really going on? Let's get into the title. The 4-day freak off. Okay, they said that Diddy had a 4-day freak off. If y'all hear echo, make sure you drop in the comments and let me know too. Because I don't want to go through this whole stream and it's an echo. It's a fucking echo in the whole building. I mean, in the whole video. I ain't got time for that. Okay, but anyway, let's continue. Maybe somebody will drop in the chat and let me know if you hear echo. If not, we just gonna go on through the video. Okay, so they were saying that Diddy had a whole 4-day freak off, and y'all knew I had to come over here and I had to talk about this. Now, keep in mind, I don't even really talk about celebrity news like that. But I had to talk about this reflection because they had a little piece of "Do You Believe in Magic?" and they was doing a little 4-day freak off. They was doing some magic up in there, okay? They was having magic in the fucking bedroom or on the baby oil table or whatever. Listen, I'm not here to judge, baby. I'm not here to judge. I'm the Lord's daughter. I'm not the Lord. So I'm just saying. They was having the 4-day freak offs and shit. Now a 2-day freak off, I understand, baby. But 4 days, shit, reflection, what they was on? What was you on 4 days straight? So you mean they had to take a break? They had to take a little break. My green screen messing up too. I'm telling you, I'm just having all kind of technical difficulties right now, but I'm not gonna let them stress me out. What I said, I'm not gonna let them stress me out. Okay, while I try to get all this together, We finna talk about these 4-day freakouts, baby. I don't know what they was on, baby. Marley 30s, Percocets. Listen, I don't know what they was on, reflection, but 4 days straight, you had to take a break in between. Now, that pocketbook, I know it was slow, reflection, 4 days. Like, who can perform 4 days straight? I'm just saying, shout out to you if you can, baby. I don't know what you must be a superhero or some shit. You must be, what planet are you from? Okay, so with this being said, we finna go on ahead. We finna start this countdown. All right, we ain't gonna be up here too long, but we are gonna listen to what happened throughout the trial because you know I'm nosy as fuck, and I want to know. Okay, now listen. Okay, listen. Don't y'all come over here, you Cassie supporters, get mad and shit because I'm stating my opinion. All right, it's my opinion. Okay, listen, everything over here is for entertainment purposes only. Everything, we on the porch, baby. Don't come over here talking shit and I'm on my porch talking my shit. Okay, please. All right, I'm gonna gain a couple pounds. I slept the shit out of you. Okay, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, but I'm saying though, reflection. Please, now I got my weight up. So with that being said, I'm finna get real. I'm not finna play with y'all. I'm finna start this countdown. And when we get back, we finna get a little serious because y'all know I play a lot. And we are about to see what happened at Diddy trial, baby. We're gonna talk our shit because we on the porch. We're gonna listen. You know how motherfucker come from next door up the street around the corner telling that shit. And we be like, girl, what you like? Shut your mouth. You better hurry up, keep on talking. No, they didn't. Well, you know I heard such and such and such. You know, we gotta listen, tell our shit what we heard in these YouTube, Twitter, shit, TikTok streets. We got to listen, reflection. We know you over here with my Star Wars. We know this fuck, okay? And if this is your first time over here with me, baby, I usually have a little bit more energy. So go on and subscribe because you know, you just never know what I'm talking about, reflection, okay? You never ever know, all right? And make sure you hit that bell because you don't know if I'm going live. You don't know if I'm finna upload a video. You just don't know. Baby. I'm like a shooting star. You just never know what I'm over here doing. So with that being said, we about to go on ahead and get started. I'm finna start this countdown. Y'all go on ahead, get everything you need, and yeah, we'll be back. Okay, and we are back. All right. They said I'm sounding pretty good over here. I ain't got no technical difficulties. I really appreciate you for that. Shout out to you. Because I was like, am I double echoed over here or something? Let me know. All right. Appreciate that. So with that being said, okay, don't forget to like the reflection. And with that being said, we are, if you just came in, I am Tarithia. We over here finna listen to these 4-day freakouts, baby. Diddy was having 4-day freakouts. Now, if y'all watch my older video, y'all know I was talking my shit. I was doing that. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at your brother because I did say that listen. Now I'm not saying he wasn't guilty of some shit, but I don't know about all of it. Now I seen the video. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. I see what I see. I seen the video too. Reflection. How did I miss it? It was over it. Shit, TMZ, CNC, ABC, Fox, the world news, the international news. It was everywhere. Reflection. Everybody seen the video. Hold on. But what I'm saying, I'm not saying he wasn't guilty of a little piece of domestic. A little piece of domestic. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I don't know about all these other charges. I don't know. They're gonna have to make this shit stick because I just don't know. Reflection. I don't know. Okay. But think about it. I could see why they probably want to charge him with domestic because you was like, well, because I don't think he even getting charged with domestic violence. And I know you like, well, why they just didn't charge motherfucker with something they knew they could get him on domestic violence? Well, reflection. I don't think domestic violence really don't get that long. You shit. We all. I don't know if you're from the hood or not, but you know somebody that you get what I'm saying. Put their hands on people and they fuck around, keep getting out, keep getting out. They got a 3, 4, 5 domestic violence charge. You like what the fuck? What is you over there doing? But least. So I don't really think they wanted him on domestic on DV. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people that was wondering that they was like, well, why they just in charge him with DV? Because he not even get charged with DV. You get what I'm saying? Because y'all could have made that stick. But I don't think they wanted that because it didn't really come with a lot of time, right? They wanted him on these freakouts. They wanted him on trafficking and shit like that type of shit. Now, this just shit we heard. We on the porch now. We going through these YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Hollywood, baby, or streets, all right? So I think that's why they tried to charge. You get what I'm saying? Him on that shit. But keep in mind, reflection, this is just what I heard because we on the porch and we be talking about shit we heard now. I heard that Diddy's lawyers ain't playing. I heard they on their folks' ass reflection. Now, I'm not saying he gonna get completely off, but I am saying they making it hard out here for a pimp when they trying to get the money for them. They making it hard out here for them. Cause listen, no man, shit, y'all know he was trying to before he went to jail. He had put a whole bunch of money behind them black lawyers. You get what I'm saying? Y'all see, y'all got to go back to my older videos when he first got locked up and we had, conspiracy theories. We were saying what's the real reason and shit that they was on Diddy ass because we know Diddy wasn't the only person allegedly. Everything over here is highly alleged shit. We heard we on the porch now. Don't get mad at us. But get off our porch if you don't like what we saying. We heard that he had fucked around and made the elites mad and shit because Diddy allegedly been having freakouts. He been having cases of baby oil and shit. You know what I'm saying? Reflection. But I also heard, this just shit I heard, that he ain't the only person doing this. Who taught him how to do it? Reflection. He didn't learn. Keep in mind, this the black community, baby. We'll put a little baby oil, a little glitter shimmer on us and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this was some other level type shit. You get what I'm saying? I heard that Cassie was getting, urinated in the mouth and shit. Now the shit we heard, we finna go through the videos. Shit. I'm just tell you shit I heard real quick. I heard reflection that she was getting urinated in the mouth. Now R. Kelly, I heard he used to pee on people and shit. Y'all see the videos? I ain't never see it. I was too little. I couldn't see the video, but I'm saying, in the black community, this is just us talking our shit now. In the black community, I don't really think ain't no females finna let you just, you know what I'm saying? Reflection. I ain't gonna say they may won't let you pee on them, but I mean if that's your thing. But I'm saying we ain't finna let you pee in our mouth, man. Maybe in the pocketbook, but not. And even then, reflection. You gotta keep in mind it's some freaks up in the sheets out here. But what I'm saying, in the mouth, like I heard it was voluntarily, like this was a request and shit. It's just alleged the shit I heard. Don't get mad at me. I wasn't never at the freak off. I ain't never been in no freak off, no trains, no toss it, no none of that reflection. But I'm just telling you this was some other level type shit. Now, there's some other shit I had heard too. Don't get mad at me. Y'all come close to screen because I'm just talking about shit I heard. I also heard, but this made me think of ritualistic shit. This was some ritual shit. You get what I'm saying? It's different levels to freakiness. All right? Keep in mind I'm Scorpio. I know different levels to freaky reflection, but this right here, this was some ritualistic shit. First of all, ain't nobody trying to get freaky 4 days straight. Now, keep in mind, we'll party, maybe give me a good 2-3 days straight. And first of all, I gotta go to the house and get myself together. I gotta go to sleep. You get what I'm saying? Sober up, reflection, and we can do the shit again the next day. But 4 days straight, reflection, like what are y'all on over there? You get what I'm saying? 4 days straight. Any female out here, you hit 4 days straight. I'm not talking about one person, they in the reflection passing them around type shit. You get what I'm saying? 4 days straight, girl. That motherfucker wasn't no good by day 3 of that. They was just wasn't no wall, wasn't no padding, wasn't no you get what I'm saying? Wasn't no security. I'm trying to keep this PG, but I'm trying to put my mind to where they was in reflection. 4 days, they let me know this some ritual shit. This some ritual shit. Y'all was trying to summon in some spirits or something. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, hit subscribe. Now this is just what I'm thinking. Ooh, this is just what I'm thinking. I told y'all I'm fat. I told y'all I gained 30 pounds. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay, so with that being said, reflection. Let's go over here. Let's jump into the trial, okay? Because I told y'all shit. We heard of street around the block. Now let's go to somebody who actually was up in the trial and shit, okay? So let's listen to what she got to say. We're going to listen to what she got to say. We're going to stop talking about shit. Say, ooh, hell, you lying. Shut your mouth. Keep on talking. We finna do all that, okay? So with that being said, remember, everything over here is highly alleged for entertainment purposes only. We weren't there, but we just talking our shit. That's what we do.
Now, we need to talk, okay? Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right here. If what I witnessed today in court is the way that the rest of this trial is going to go for Puff, he not going to see that maximum jail time they talking about. His lawyers, don't play with them at all. Like, this was the first day of opening statements and the first time we heard any witness testimony, right? I honestly, for one, didn't think we were going to get to any witness testimonies because I thought the opening statements were going to be so long. The prosecutors, they came out swinging. I'm not even going to hold y'all. So court started around like 9:35 a.m. I was in the overflow room for the first half, and then I actually made it into the real courtroom. Diddy was dressed in all gray with a white button up. He actually did get his hair cut a little bit. His facial hair was trimmed up a little bit. So the prosecutors opened this thing up with their opening statements, and in their opening statements, and the prosecutors, for those of you guys who do not know, are the people that think Diddy belongs in jail. The government opening statements actually begin with, he's a cultural icon. He's Diddy. He's larger than life. But there was another side of him. That was the opening line of the prosecutor's statements. So from there, you already know where they're going with Diddy. Started with Cassie, but they didn't start with the video. Prosecutors talked about a night where Cassie, you know, basically had found out that Puff was dealing with another woman, and she was like, you know, I'm out of here. And she went to go be with another man. That man, Alex Fon, who is her now husband, who I actually saw in court today. So I thought at one point Cassie was going to testify today, but it didn't happen. But they talk about how Diddy, when he found out this, got his gun, went and got, you know, a couple people that work with him and went to go find Cassie. Like, he was on like this rage, allegedly. Like, the prosecutors was like, if y'all think y'all know, we about to tell y'all something new right here, right now. Prosecutors used their opening statement time to introduce a lot of new information. The defendants, Diddy side, didn't do that. So prosecutors let us know, number one, that there is a woman named Mia, right? And this woman named Mia is a woman who used to work for Puff. She was his one of his personal assistants, and the prosecutors say that Mia will testify in alleging that she was sexually assaulted by Diddy, and that she basically all of these years was scared to come out because of the power and the influence of Puff. They told us that, you know, Cassie is going to testify and allege that Puff made a male escort pee in her mouth. That is what they alleged in their opening statements. There was an escort that got on the stand as a witness. During this testimony, this escort talked about being made to pee in Cassie's mouth. But this witness says that it was Cassie who asked him to do that. Now, and that
Hold up, girl. Hold up. You know how they be telling the story. You be like, wait a minute, girl. Hold on. Go back to the part where you said, she said, what now? She said, so it was her request. You know, Diddy said he was a little freak up in her she's. But Cassie went in there and said, let me blow your mind, baby. Let me blow your mind, baby. Fuck peeing on me. Listen. Reflection. I ain't never been in love like this. I ain't judging nobody. But I ain't never been in love like that. Reflection. Hold up, wait a minute. Listen. Oh my goodness. If I was on the prosecutor, I would be like, hold on, wait a minute. Can we take a lunch break? Can we take a lunch break? So the male escort, keep in mind, Cassidy, I keep calling her Cassidy. Cassie allegedly was the ones going out getting the male escorts and getting all the people and recruiting and shit, like the bottom, like the top bottom, you know what I'm saying, reflects whatever you call them. And cause that's her man. Diddy was her man, I'm guessing. So she knew what he really wanted. Everybody know what that man really want. The whole time, reflection, she just said, I want to know. She said that Cassie requested this. This was her idea, like, ooh, reflection.
During this testimony, this escort talked about being made to pee in Cassie's mouth. But this witness says that it was Cassie who asked him to do that. Now, and that Cassie CNN video, now this was T. And this is why I'm saying Puff's attorneys ain't nothing to be fooled with, okay? Because let me tell y'all, so the CNN video from 2016, this video, I think people keep bringing into question. And for me, I knew that even though they were saying like they were trying to figure out how they were going to use it in the beginning of all this, right? We had that conversation. I knew that they were going to have to be very strategic about how they use it. They as the prosecutors, because he's not being charged with domestic violence. So the prosecutors brought that in by bringing a witness. The witness was a man who was a security guard at the Intercontinental. The security guard, when he's being questioned by the prosecutors, they established like, oh, he was a former LAPD officer, or he's an LAPD officer now. He was a former head of security. And they're doing all of this because, you know, when you're head of security working at a high level place like the Intercontinental, there are certain things that you got to abide by very strictly. Now that you're an LAPD officer, you take an oath to protect and serve. They're trying to establish his integrity. Now, this security guard from the Intercontinental, right? He was like an assistant director or something like that. Like, so he.
Okay, so we finna keep going, but we gotta stop and we gotta talk about this. So he had a security guard that was a former LAPD officer, reflection. Okay, you see what I'm saying? It was a lot going on around there. It was a lot going on. Okay, and I'm a fair person. Cassie do not seem like, listen, you can put on an all-white dress, but that don't make you a virgin when you walk down the aisle and go get married, reflection. Okay, because listen, I'm just saying, like, I'm going to hold my comments to myself because y'all going to say I'm being insensitive and shit, and I'm really not. It's just I don't understand, like, you lost me and you requested. He just requested you to throw that ass on the circle. Ooh, throw this ass on the circle. And you end up doing all type of extra shit. Or can you say, well, Taretha, she was under the influence of the baby oil. Did you know the baby oil was allegedly laced? Taretha, did you not know? Okay, well, but allegedly, keep in mind, if that's your man, your man up in the sand, reflection, I believe she knew that damn baby oil was laced. That's just between me and you. That's just between me and you. Now, keep in mind, reflection, we got to put ourselves in real people situations, okay? We got to put ourselves in real people situations. Like, if you with your man, and your man doing such and such, let's say your man got a bag, reflection. He got you get what I'm saying, on the corner, he got him a little distribution business going on. You know what I'm talking about? You know the insides and the outs better than anybody else. Okay, I don't care what you say or what you talking about. You know the ins and outs better than anybody else. All right, so you know his plug damn near, unless you get what I'm saying, the higher up they is just what I heard, the less your ass may know. But if you been at that top or that bottom, you get what I'm saying? You been with them for a long time, and you know some shit. And she been with Diddy a long fucking time. So I don't know, reflection.
Right. So you still reported to somebody that you leadership, right?
Because hold on, and I'm not done. Fuck this shit. Because in my mind, like, I believe she knew that shit was laced. Okay, doesn't make it right, no, but I feel like shit, you need to be charged. If he gonna get charged with it, your ass need to get charged with it too, because you was right there beside him. You knew that shit had other shit up in there. Okay, listen, reflection. I'm not buying it. I don't know if I believe she know that baby oil had a little something up in there, and if so, then why you didn't warn other people? You get what I'm saying? If you so innocent, why you didn't warn other people that this baby oil had drugs and allegedly stuff in it? You recruiting these male escorts and these female escorts, and you getting them to use this baby oil. They don't know shit in the baby oil. Shit, I just found this motherfucking baby oil. You can walk out your You know what I'm saying? But the whole time you knew this shit had other shit in there, and I feel like, I can't say I know you knew it, but you was with Diddy a long fucking time not to know his ins and outs. You knew a whole lot of shit, but you mean tell me you didn't know that baby oil had some shit in it? And if you did, why the fuck you ain't getting charged just like him? Then that's just, if I was the judge, I would just listen. I'd be looking at your ass just a little piece of crazy. Hit the like and subscribe button. We just on course talking about shit.
His leadership, right? So this man, they do a lot of questioning. He goes down the recount remembers from the video. He alleges when he's talking to prosecutors that, when he was called upstairs, he hadn't viewed the video first, so he didn't know that they were actually physically fighting. But when he got up there, Cassie had a purple eye. He says that, he had told them that they had to go back in the room just because he didn't see it himself. Cassie was saying that she wanted to leave, and Puff was saying that she couldn't leave allegedly, and he was like, no, she's going to leave if she wants to leave, right? He also alleged that when he walked them back to their room that they were staying in, that he saw another man in the room sitting on the bed. Now that's important because, remember, Cassie is alleging that video was her trying to get away from one of the freak offs. The defense is alleging no.
Okay, so if you just came in, you're a little confused. She's talking about everything that happened. This is day one that did the trial. You remember that video that was shown all over the world? UPN, CNN, ABC, 1, 2, 3, World International News, TMZ, the church channel, all that shit. Reflection, the hospital channel, the gospel channel, the late at night channel. You remember that video of Diddy? Allegedly he kicked or stomped or pinched Cassie or some shit like that in the hotel. Reflection. This is what she's talking about.
No freak off happening. Y'all got into it over a phone, and this was a toxic response from both sides that we saw on that video. So the man is like, okay, Cassie's trying to get out of there. She wants to go. I'm trying to help her get out of there. Boom. That's how he's talking to prosecutors. Baby Brian still got up there talking on Puff's behalf. First thing he said, okay, so you're alleging that, you were second to the head of security at the time, right? You worked for a company named Securitas. He's like, yeah. So Brian Steele was like, okay, well, would you say that your incident reports are basically like Bible? Like y'all live by that. You put everything there. It has to be honest, it has to be clear, it has to be very information. In the beginning of his testimony, he said they stick to the W's, the who, what, when, where, why, to give all the information. Because these incident reports can be used if someone tries to sue the hotel, if they need to take further action against someone staying in the hotel, and to just let, let the rest of the team know what's going on, right? So he's like, yep. 100%. What you're saying is correct, Mr. Steele. This is the witness. So Brian Steele was like, okay, well, I got a few questions for you then. You allege that Cassie had a purple eye. Why wasn't that in your incident report? You allege that you were trying to, help her leave because Puff didn't want her to leave. Why wasn't that in your incident report? There were so many different things that they caught him up on, yo. I was sitting there like, oh. And then, right, he had alleged when the prosecutors that Cassie was trying to leave. When Brian Steele came on the stand, Brian Steele was like, oh, but wait, because you had said that Puff was telling you that he wanted her to leave.
Make this shit make sense now. Was it because the money ran out? Listen, they talking about the security guard. They was like, okay, because you know, anytime there's an incident, you got to do an incident report because he was alleged LAPD officer, retired officer, woo, woo, woo. But anytime there's an incident, you have to do an incident report. So they like, well, why the fuck ain't none of this shit in the incident report? You coming on the stand, you allege this, you allege that. Where the fuck is this in the incident report? Money, money, money. Am I saying it didn't happen? Maybe it did, but why is it not in the incident report? It's not about what you know. Sometimes it's about what you can prove. And if you get what I'm saying? Why you did the big question? Why you didn't put it in the incident report? Was it that money, 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 money? Was since the money dried up, is everybody coming out the woodworks, the woodpeckers, the ham hogs? I said the ham hogs, the hamsters, the birds, the pigeons, the ravens. Was like everybody coming out having a lot to say, but when nobody saying nothing when the money was coming, when the money was flowing, when the freak offs was going on for 3-4 fucking days, like when the baby oil was getting, you get what I'm saying, smothered all over everybody, when they was swimming in baby oil allegedly, reflection, everything was all good in the neighborhood. Now all of a sudden, everybody got a whole story to tell, but where is it in the incident report? And I would have said the same thing because listen, black and white tell everything. What's in this incident report? Why is it not in the incident report? You alleging all these things, but it don't say this right here. You get what I'm saying? The shit not adding up. Reflection. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We just on the porch listening, talk about shit, man. This is what we do over here with my crew. This is what we do with the stars, man. We not over here judge nobody. We just over here, you know, when you get on the porch late nights, you be talking this shit. And we trying to figure out what's going on, reflection. Because they talking about Diddy legal team in them folks' ass right now. That's just a little piece. Just a little
now,
piece.
I'm not gonna lie, prosecutors did their big one. They came back. They didn't really say too much in response to that. Instead, they replayed the video again of Diddy dragging Cassie back to the room. Basically, like, ain't no way you wanted her to leave and you dragging her back to the room, right? And they mic dropped after that. But the way Brian still caught this man up on a cross-examination. Now, let me just say, too, the prosecutors themselves, they put all their stuff out in the front. So the man from the hotel, there was the original video, and then he recorded the video to then show to his wife. And they asked him, like, well, why would you record the video to then show to your wife? And he was like, because basically, after the events that I saw, I knew that if I just said it, nobody would believe me. So he knows, like he said he didn't know who Cassie was, but he knew who Puff was, right? So he knows that this is like a big deal because of who's involved. So Brian Steele is then making the point that like, yo, so you're sitting here telling me that you remember all these details. You remember a purple eye that you're testifying to, you know, all these things on the stand from 9 years ago. But in your incident report, at the time of the event, what you knew was a big deal because you had people talking to you about he said his employees were coming into work asking to see the video. So you had people at your job talking to you about it. You recorded it to make sure you could show your wife because you didn't think she was going to believe you. But you didn't detail everything in your incident report that you're now on this stand claiming. I said, oh, that witness is done. He's no longer looking valid no more. And this is the same man that, you know what I mean, was saying, hey, Puff offered me all this money, allegedly, to get rid of the video. And that's what he said to prosecutors. Brian still got on the stand and said, wait, you told us that from the minute you stepped off the elevator, when all this was happening, you kept reminding Diddy he's going to have to pay for all of this, everything that they messed up. So then you tell me that the minute you step in his room, he offers you money, and you instantly assume that it was to cover up a video? Because from what I'm hearing, he offered you money because you told him he had to pay for a bunch of stuff. Yo, I'm trying to tell y'all right now, Diddy's legal team is not coming to play. The prosecutors, their witness testimony has to get stronger. Because today, even with the male escort, it was like they had a good setup and it was doing so well. And then Diddy's attorneys would come in and then boom, now they looking a little all over the place or fanned out, to be honest with you. Like the male escort said at one point, he didn't even care if he wasn't being paid at certain points because he was just so excited to be a part of Diddy and Cassie's lifestyle. He didn't know who Cassie was, but she was gorgeous. He didn't find out until later. But of course he knew who Diddy was, even though he says his first couple times meeting Diddy.
Y'all didn't hear what she just said. They done went out and found male escorts, reflection. to testify against Diddy. And the male escort said he was so starstruck, he didn't even give a damn. This is your job to throw that ass on the circle and get paid. They got that money. He didn't even care about getting paid. He said he didn't even know who the fuck Cassie was, but he knew who Diddy was. Now, why is that important? Keep in mind, we said in the beginning, Cassie was the ones going out getting these people. That's why I believe, allegedly, this is just my opinion, I believe she knew that shit was laced. I believe she knew that baby oil was laced. And my thing is this, it's like you come and recruit me to go, you get what I'm saying, throw this ass in a circle, and you be like, girl, put on this baby oil because he like you all shiny and shit. And I'm going to be looking at you crazy later on when I found out, bitch, you know this shit was laced. Why the fuck would you give me this? Don't just charge him. You need to charge her too because you the one who off this. I don't care nothing about none of their reflection. See, y'all, they looking over some shit they need to be looking at. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'm just saying they don't, no, just because you put on white and walk down a wedding aisle, that don't mean you a virgin reflection. Girl, please. Nope. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. She not innocent in this situation, not in my eyes, because you knew that shit was laced. Like, why would you put these people in that situation and you already knew what it was? No, let's keep it going though, reflection. What's going on with my video? Hold on. Y'all know I'm working on another computer, so this ain't even my hold on. This ain't even my regular computer. The one I use to go live off of. But let's keep it going.
With a bandana and wear a baseball cap. But he was like, he knew when he heard his voice who he was, but he had never saw his face until Puff got comfortable, allegedly, right? But that whole thing with the urination blew up the prosecutor's case because the prosecutors led their opening statement like, yo, Cassie's gonna get on the stand herself and tell y'all, this man took it as far as to make another man pee in her mouth. Then you get an escort on the escort on the stand who says, no, Cassie asked me to do that, allegedly. We're gonna pick back up tomorrow with the escort. They ran out of time today in court with the escort. But man, listen. They like, look, Puff is everything. The prosecutors, the defense is like, look, hear everything y'all think. He, abused drugs at one point. He don't know how to control his anger. He was an abuser of women domestically, but he's not a sex trafficker. He ain't an arsonist. Everything that he's in court for today, nah, we not standing on that. I now understand why Puff did not take that plea deal. Not even gonna lie. It's gonna take some major and I'm not saying this to say that I know he's guilty or not. I'm telling y'all the sparring that I watched in court today, that man's legal team is gonna be, if the rest of court goes anything like today, that man's legal team will be the reason why he does not serve that full.
Girl, shut your mouth and keep on talking. I like your little outfit and shit. I like that black and white with the little red lipstick. That's cute. That's cute. Look professional and shit. But I'm saying, reflection, did y'all just hear that though? Did y'all hear what really went on? Now, keep in mind, when I come up here and I be on Cassie's head, I'm not on her head because I don't think that Puffy, you get what I'm saying, is innocent. That's not what I said. But what I'm saying is, if you lock his ass up after his trial is over, go get her skinhead ass and put her ass on trial too for bringing these escorts there, knowing that this baby oil was laced, allegedly. Hit the like and subscribe. You're not telling me I don't believe you didn't know. No. You're going to have to prove that to me because I don't believe it. No, I'm going to keep saying it. Just because you put on white and walk down the wedding aisle don't mean you a virgin reflection. I know. One, you went and got the escorts. Two, you knew that they was doing a job, but they consented to the job. But you also knew that it was laced drugs. It'll be different if you told them, listen, this baby oil got a little something extra besides baby oil in it before you put that shit on. You get what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know. But you didn't tell them none of this shit. I'm so sure you did. I'm so sure you didn't hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. After his trial is over, get your ass. If you had a baby, get your ass up there too. Cause listen. But anyway, let's keep going, Felicia. Now that was just day one. We finna get into day two. We finna get into day two, babe. This is with you always talking shit. I ain't talking shit. I'm
This is
just
part
saying.
two,
Right
day
is right and
two
wrong is wrong.
of the Diddy trial. Cassie is testifying for the first time. They have went to a break and now they are back. Cassie testifies that Diddy had a lot of control over her life and that he would give her busy work just to do so he would know what she is doing. She recorded hundreds of songs in which we only were able to hear a few. She also testified that if she did not answer the phone, Diddy would call her over and over and over again. And we know what that looks like. And then if he couldn't do it himself, he would have the staff call her over and over again. And she also testified that his assistants or security personnel would locate her for him in person if she didn't answer the phone. She also testified that she felt that even in certain times that the abuse.
Ladies, jump in the building. Just real quick. I know y'all to talk to somebody and they know you didn't answer the phone, fucked around, they call, you hit the reject button on their ass reflection, they will keep calling you over and over and over and over again. I'm just trying to figure out, how is this a testimony? Everybody, every female in the damn near went through this before at least once or twice in their relationships. Reflection. What are you talking about? Like, I'm ready to hear about you knowing this damn baby oil was laced. But anyway, let's
Because
keep it
he
going. Hit the
was
like and
mad at
subscribe
her,
button. This
but
go.
she would make the wrong face, and the next thing she knew that she would be getting hit in the face. She testified that Diddy paid her rent during her time in New York, and when he paid the rent in places that she lived, he also had the keys and said that he could use them whenever he wanted. So that's why we got to be careful with that. Pay my rent. She also testified that the golfs could last 36, 48, or 72 hours, forcing her to spend a big chunk of her life recovering from the medication and dehydration. She also said that one continued for 4 or more days with some breaks. Also, too, when Diddy would get mad, she would get her car taken away. She got kicked out of the house, her apartment. She's had jewelry taken away, and she said it was very random depending on how he felt. She also testified that there were times when he personally took her electronics from her, and other times his security personnel would take it as well. She'd eventually get the items back. It depended on how long she was being.
Baby, I wish you would send your personnel and that'll come take my motherfucking electronics. I wish you would come send your personal assistants in there to come take my electronics. Fuck around there, be eating these electronics. I'm just saying, Flex, they'll come out a whole electronic damn near halfway down they throat. We on condone violence over here. What do you mean? So he sent his personnel in there to take your electronics like you 3 years old or something. Come on there, Cassie. Girl, I know you better know. Stick and move. Pop, stick and move. Who electronics you finna take? Who stuff you finna take? Now, he may come in here and take this shit, but he done sent you out now. You ain't finna take nothing. What they talking, Reflection? What they talking about? He sent his personnel in there. He must send the big buff security up in there. I may take off my heel and get your ass up out of here now. You better get up out of here. I'm already recovering. You better get up out of here. I'm still full of that baby oil. You better get up. I don't care what he told you to come in here and get reflection. I wish you would. You may come get these electrons, but your personnel don't stand a chance. Like,
she also said that Diddy would give her stuff back if she would come to the house. Cassie also testified that there were safes in every house, and sometimes she would have to go retrieve money from them. And she said there was always cash, jewelry, and sometimes tapes, SD cards from cameras, booms, and it just depended on which safe it was. She also testified that she used medication at every golf, and she took all kinds of medications, including the new Twitter name, including leafy greens, including the mush inside the rooms. She testified that it was about dissociating and numbing the pain. She said that she couldn't imagine herself doing any of that without having some sort of buffer or some way to just not feel. She also said that Diddy would provide the medications and sometimes his staff would drop them off. She testified that Diddy pretty much had a order in how he wanted the golfs to go. It would start with touching, kissing, and orality, and then moving on to the enter. And then she said that she would ask him if she could go to the next step so that she could speed up the process. She testified that there wasn't really a conversation before the
Okay, I just got a question. Because she might be a victim, but what about the other victims? What about the victims that she went and recruited, the escorts and shit? Now, this is your man. You actually are sexually attracted to his ass, and you had to be on all these type of drugs, allegedly, so you say, so you can't feel. You get what I'm saying? What's going on? And I can feel that. I can understand that because some of that shit was very degrading. But at the same time, how the fuck you think the escorts feel? And they weren't full of all that shit that you probably was full of. They were just full of laced baby oil, allegedly. Is this the victim praying and making other victims? Because I'm just trying to figure out. I'm pretty sure they weren't on half of the shit that you was on, because they wasn't even prepared for some of the shit that you had going on. I'm sure of it. So my thing is the reflection. After you charge
recording
him, get
began,
her ass up
she
there
said
too
that he
now.
just brought out a camera and set it up. And then she also said that they were recorded on a video camera at first. And then later, they were recorded on both his and her electronic devices. In that infamous video that we all have watched, she talked about how she was trying to leave a golf before it was over. Inside the hotel, which prompted her to leave, is that the golf got violent. She said she's not sure exactly what happened, but she got hit by Sean and had a black eye. And at that point, all I could think about was getting out of there safely. I had my premiere and I didn't want to mess it up, so I left. Sean followed her into the hallway by the elevators, grabbed me up, threw me on the ground, and, the rest that we saw ourselves. They asked her, are there occasions when you tried to fight back when he hit you? And she said no. That's how scared she was that she said no. She also testified that he beat her too many times to count. The judge denies requests to show any sexually explicit videos and or images in the court, in which I agree with. They did not want to re-victimize the victims, which I agree with. And
Get his ass on that domestic violence. No, I can believe that. I'm not saying, you get what I'm saying, he didn't pinch or stomp her and kick her and shit. I can believe that shit. But at the same time now, you got a couple of skeletons in your fucking closet that needs to be addressed. Okay, listen. There's other victims out there too, and you was recruiting their ass. Hit the like and hit the subscribe button. But yes, definitely hit him on that DV charge. Definitely hit him on that DV. I'm not saying he didn't look like he was capable of a little piece of
some
DV.
people were
It
still
looked like a little
asking
piece, little
to see
piece.
them, and I think that's just a little bit sick. Some things you don't need to see. It's literal abuse, and you want to watch it. I don't think that should be shown. She also talked about her.
And that's another thing, because I'm a listener. All I do is listen, reflection. All I do is sit right here and listen at everything. You better not slip up and say the wrong shit, because I'm listening. She said that he recorded on his phone, his device, and her device. If this shit was so traumatic, why the fuck do you want to record it on your device? That'd be the last thing I want to do is sober up and see what the fuck happened. Like, why do you want to look at this shit? Why do you want to relive this shit? What is it on your device for?
Her booking
I'm just
their
asking.
travel, Diddy booking the travel, and sometimes the staff or travel agent booking the travel for escorts to go to different states, which is very important in the case for the charge. In order for the federal court to have jurisdiction over this, or prosecutors or U.S. attorneys, they have to be able to show that there was either.
Whoa. That's very important. That's very important, because once you go from one state to another state, that's called trafficking. Now, keep in mind, who's doing the recruiting around this motherfucker? Who's going out and getting them? Knowing that they finna have to go to this state, and this state. Let's roll this back, because I'm listening at everything now, girl. Come go tell me what you said. Because when you take them from one state to the next state, that's how it's considered trafficking. But my thing is this: who was going out getting them for them to even be
Her
fucking
booking
trafficked?
their travel, Diddy booking the travel, and sometimes the staff or travel agent booking the travel.
Okay, so she said Cassie was booking the travel, Diddy was booking the travel, the staff was booking the travel. We ain't letting up on nothing. No, you can't charge him and you don't charge everybody else in the situation. If she booked it 2 times, damn it, you get your ass up there with a trafficking charge too. If he booked them 3 times, damn it, you get your ass up there with a trafficking charge too. If the staff booked them, which one was it? I don't give a damn if it was the custodian. Get your ass up here and you get a trafficking charge too. What do you mean? The reflection. Reflection. Hit the like and subscribe button. You just because you put on a white dress don't mean you a virgin.
To go to different states, which is very important in the case for the charge. In order for the federal court to have jurisdiction over this or prosecutors or U.S. attorneys, they have to be able to show that there was either enticing, harboring, transporting, or advertising, and that it traveled in interstate commerce. So her testimony talking about having these offs in multiple states, as well as booking the travels for these escorts, and the things that happened are very instrumental in the charges in the case. They are done for today. They will pick back up tomorrow. Cassie will continue her testimony, and they said they need about at least a half a day to be able to do so. So we'll try our best to follow it. And
ain't no way I would have got up there and told them folks that I was booking shit for them to be trafficking from this state to the next state doing no damn freak off. Did you not know? That's just like somebody coming telling on you and telling on their damn self at the same time. Did you not know if you booked it, he booked it? It don't matter who booked it, that's who's listen. Well, I only booked them 2 times. He booked them 4 times. So I said, well, get your ass up here and you get half a charge and he get the whole charge. But you finna get something. You getting something, reflection. Like, what is she talking about? Listen. Okay. All right, reflection. Let's keep this going, though. Hit the like and subscribe, but we just on the porch talking our shit now. We just up here talking a little piece of shit.
So I've been locked in. I've been reading the reports on what's going on in this federal trial with Diddy. And y'all, Day 2 was even wilder. So Cassie took the stand. And you know she's pregnant. She's 8 months pregnant, so her belly out there hanging. They said she was calm, but she was ready to speak her truth. She broke it all down, y'all. Years of control, years of manipulation, and years of pain, as she stated. She said it started with love, but then it turned to freak-offs, as people out here would say it. She said this shit became her job. She was getting flown and passed around like a piece of cake. She said he ordered male escorts to come do that to her, all while he watched and recorded and it was touching itself, y'all. And she said,
don't forget she was recording on her device too. Now I'm just.
And she said all in all, while this was happening, she was forced to take things to make her higher than a kite. She said one time it lasted for 4 days straight. She said she was out of her mind, but she wasn't thinking too much of it because
shit, anybody be out their mind, they up 4 days straight, reflection. 4 days straight. Reflection. Come on now. Have you ever seen somebody up 2 days straight? Have you ever seen somebody up 2 days straight and the third day they not the person that you know them to be? Reflection. They grouchy, they mad, they angry. You get what I'm saying? Listen. And shit, she was allegedly on all type of shit. But she said, that is just what we heard through the streets. She said that she was on these drugs so she wouldn't feel allegedly what was going on.
The thing she was high on a kite on made her not even think about it or feel it. Now listen to this, y'all. The reports say she listed everything that got her higher than a kite. Molly, Special K, GHB, shrooms, and that white girl Hannah Montana. Here's where it get a little bad. She said she wasn't the only one. She said it was more women doing this too, being forced to do it. The way the reports was saying it sounded like she was going through a psychological warfare. She said Diddy would send her to the gym to make sure her body was in shape and even get a plastic surgeon so she can be perfect. Her body can be perfect for these freak offs. He wanted her to be top tier. And when she got dressed and everything, she had to send Diddy pictures of how the outfits looked on her so he can approve. That's what she said, and that's what the report saying. She said if she told this man no about anything that he wanted her to do,
these folks allegedly was in the high for 3 fucking days. Reflection. Have you ever seen 2 high folks together? They be domestic violence. Little peace after day 2, day 3. Folks be fighting everywhere. Anybody know somebody? You know what I'm saying? She said that was for a little snow shame. A little snow shame reflection. You know them folks be fighting, them couples full of that snow shame reflection. They get